Hello everybody, thanks a lot for coming again to my studio. I'm Lydia Panart, an abstract artist, Canadian abstract artist, very proud for that. And I'm here in my studio located at Alton Mills Art Center with my friend Joanne Paulus. Hello Joanne, how are you?
Lydia, I am great. You know what? We're going to talk about you as an art teacher and educator. I think I should put this apron on.
Oh my gosh, Joanne, what a great
What
idea.
do you think? Do you think I should,
yes.
Lydia?
Yes.
I would love to be one of your students in your class, right? This would be fantastic. So let's pull down some of your work that you've done with your students, and I want you to tell us who you teach and the kinds of courses and where you teach. So let's bring it down and let's take a look.
Okay, first of all, I want you to know that you will get the best of me.
I am sure about
Because
that.
I'm all about giving, and at the same time, you know, I nurture with the energy of everybody. So to me, art is important and should be in the life of everybody every day.
I agree.
Right?
Art is not a necessity, it's sustenance.
No, exactly.
Right.
So as an adult, I will teach you different techniques, but as a basic, right? And for you to try to discover your voice, because you have to be exposed to different things. So you will have, I will teach you from palette knife, from different techniques at fluid acrylics, textural materials, where you use it, the layering process, and so on. Not because I'm an abstract artist, I will push you to that. No, that cannot be pushed, cannot be taught. It's a self-discovery, and as much as space and allow yourself to explore is where you will find yourself and discover yourself, right? And you learn and you grow.
Right.
That's important for me.
Let's take a look at that piece, Lydia, up top, because it's, I can imagine, now was this a demonstration piece
Yes.
that you used with your students?
Yes, this is a demo.
Right.
So
you're teaching your students palette knife, you're teaching your students blending and color and perspective,
everything.
and composition,
composition,
Right.
even portrait as well. Okay, so in this painting, basically we were working from a photograph, and I was teaching them. That was an adult class actually. So I was teaching them the difference between depth and whatever is in the foreground compared to the background. So where you put more texture and where not to. Where is the light? Where is the shadow? It looks like it has a uniform light, but not quite. So it's very important. You see, there are different techniques here. I'm working with a brush, right? So first, sometimes you create a background. Sometimes it's a color that you wanted to leave it coming through the paint.
Yep.
Or it's the opposite color of the majority of the color that will be predominant in the painting. And then from there, you start sketching the main horizon line and where is the trees far away, which is the color you wanna give, and then you build from there. And always, I love, another thing that I love to teach is the communication, that dialogue between warm and cool. The space, the size of a color surrounded by an opposite color, that color will be screaming. So all that I love to teach, and think about where you want to put texture. Why is the reason? Unless you want to say, oh, all the painting is going to be palette knife, right?
You're probably a fantastic teacher, and I'm sure that your students absolutely adore you. Are you teaching students in schools? Where are you teaching? Do you have a private opportunity to teach students here at Alton Mill? Tell us where people can reach out and learn.
Perfect. So in Alton Mill, I'm giving workshops or regular classes to students that I know for many, many years. This will be my studio experience. And basically, it will depend on the group, right? So I can coach you to paint your own work.
Right.
Let's say that you're fascinated with something that Makes Your Heart Sing is a theme, and I will guide you. So I can guide 3 or 4 people at the same time. Even if you are not experienced, I can do it. It's a small group, it's a private group. Or I can give a workshop for adults, right? It's a theme workshop, and it's not that we're all painting the same thing, because everybody will finish with something different. If you have a group of friends that you would like to celebrate or have an experience together, even if you haven't painted before.
I was going to say, one of the questions, of course, is that, especially for adults, is that they would say, oh gosh, I can't paint, I've never painted.
No, I don't accept that word. I always said, no. Here, everybody can learn everything. We know that some people have different talents. Yes, we know, but everybody can learn everything. And I'm very good in, how do you say,
intervals?
Dividing the steps.
Right.
And I do demos. So yes, how to build a painting from scratch. So I'm very good at that. Not that, a big ego. No, it's just I've been doing that for so long, and because I know I paint myself, so I have an experience of guiding in a positive way that you won't feel that you are making mistakes.
Oh, I'm sure
right?
I'm sure you're absolutely spectacular at making people feel comfortable,
yes,
and that they're learning. In terms of the timing involved, so do students come once a week? Do they come on an hourly basis? Do they come for a workshop? How are these courses structured?
For my regular students, they come once a week for a 3-hour class.
Okay.
Now, with COVID, everything has changed, right? So I couldn't teach as before 8 or 10 in a room. Now, I love to create different workshops. I love, as I mentioned to you, to teach group of friends who come together to have an experience. I really love corporate workshops, team buildings. I've been doing that a lot. Deloitte was one of my clients.
Awesome.
Right?
Awesome. Wow.
Designers. So that's cool too. You see, nobody needs to know how to paint. It's just the activity, and you can share to create, an artwork together. But I give the guidelines so nobody feels lost. And it's fun, right? It's a possibility to discover something new, right, about yourself. Another thing that I love to do is to coach kids and teenagers, right? I don't know if because I have triplets, so that's why, all my life I had a little kindergarten in my home.
Yes,
so,
built in.
I know, I'm so used to. So, for example, the teenagers, when they register, for example, they finish high school and they want to get into architecture or illustration or graphic design, but especially architecture, they don't know that they require portfolio. And it's not that I'm going to make the portfolio. No. So I will be teaching them, even if they didn't take drawing classes, to create a portfolio that reflects who they are. That's, to me, is key. And in architecture, that's what they want to see, your ideas, right? But I know which is the technique that I should give to different projects. So this is one of my passions, and it's interesting, all the things that the kids discovered about themselves that they didn't know before. And then the little kids, I love to go to the schools. So I'm working in Peel School, I'm part of the Peel School Board, not as a regular teacher. So I'm the artist, go to the school, and I take all my materials. I take my palette knives, the metal palette knives, the plastic palette knives, fluids, non-fluids. So what they do is that based on a theme that the principal or the teachers agree with, we created large artworks, not on the wall. I don't want to do that, and I always say to the principals, let's not do that, because the little kids cannot access to that, and I want to give them techniques. I want them to take them to a point that they didn't know that they could do it. I want to raise their level and feel that they are amazing. Aww. Because they are. So I work with all the kids of all the schools. Sometimes they are 400 or 500. They come in different groups of 5 or 4. We take turns, and they are in awe, right? Because even the kindergartens can do amazing things. They hold the palette knife like an adult, right? And they're so free. So I like to teach color hands-on as we're working, ask questions, because there's no mistakes and I don't want them to feel intimidated.
Sure.
That's why normally there are projects that I know by the age where you can do where they can feel free. I work with any kids, even with any disabilities. Everybody is included. So that's why sometimes you have some rollers and they understand the process of an artist when you build the painting, all the layers and the symbolism behind, because sometimes the schools, they give you a subject and it's very abstracted. So how you put that into, again, visuals. So you are also sharing that when you have the proposal to them, the different elements, visual elements that you can use to represent that abstracted idea. So that's what I do, and it's amazing for them because they discover new things.
So for those people that are really looking for, whether they're children, whether they are high school students, whether they are students that are looking for opportunities to build their portfolios, either for architectural programs or for to get into fine art programs or illustration, you are the lady, Lydia.
Yes. They can come to me and I want them to feel $1 million. But they can do everything.
And they will feel
and they have fun.
This is the lady to see.
I'm the one.
You are the one. Thank you.
Yes, and you know what? In architecture, were all accepted in the program.
Oh, wow.
So the only thing that I require for them, keep studying and keep the grades high, right? The portfolio, we're in control.
Fabulous, Lydia. Thank you so much for sharing this aspect of your business.
Yeah, thank you so much.